KEYC News Now to Go is sponsored by Rivers Edge Hospital and Clinic. People caring for people.
Moments like these make life worth living. Rivers Edge Hospital and Clinic is your partner in taking control of your own health. Take your steps towards a lasting tomorrow. Rivers Edge Hospital.
Hello and thanks for joining us for this KEYC News Now to Go update. I'm Jackson Jurek. In a few minutes, I'll be joined by First Alert meteorologist Caitlin Lohr. We'll look at today's warm and humid forecast and the rest of the week ahead. We start with local news. A Waterville man is dead after a motorcycle crashed near Minnesota Lake on Saturday. The Blue Earth County Sheriff's Office says it happened on County Road 161, just south of County Road 159, northeast of Minnesota Lake. Authorities say 54-year-old Ronald Rem of Waterville was riding south on County Road 161 when he lost control and was thrown from the motorcycle. Rem was not wearing a helmet and sustained serious injuries. First responders attempted life-saving measures but were unsuccessful. Continuing with local news, a new grant funding is putting more funds in the hands of local nonprofits through a partnership with a local bank. Aaron Stuvey has more.
Our rep brought it to our attention and we dug in. It just seemed too good to be true.
United Prairie Bank in Mankato has been a partner of local nonprofits for several years. But now, thanks to a grant from Federal Home Loan Bank, one of United Prairie's correspondent banks, that impact is now tripling. The Member Impact Fund matches community donations 3 times to organizations focusing on economic development and affordable housing. In Mankato's case, that means $240,000 for MSU Mankato, $128,000 for the Greater Mankato United Way, and $16,000 for feeding our community's partners.
What would have provided weekend meals for 250 youth now provides weekend meals for 500 local youth. And for an organization like FOCP, where 100% of those dollars raised stay local and go right back into purchasing that food to supply local youth with what they need, it's a big impact for us.
It's the bank's first venture into connecting the community to those funds, and the Impact Fund's first time dispersing in Minnesota. United Prairie is putting funds into the hands of organizations and communities around all of their branches, including groups in New Ulm, Owatonna, Mountain Lake, and Windham, among others.
It's just so critical that we give back to the nonprofits in our footprint because they're the foundation of the well-being of our community.
In Mankato, Aaron Stuvey, KEYC News Now.
Continuing with local news, a new resource is connecting local nonprofits with people ready to donate. The Mankato Area Foundation has launched its Giving for Good catalog, which gives a complete list of local groups looking for funding and a direct link to make donations. Similar catalogs have been used in other cities around the country, but this is the first of its kind for Mankato. The foundation says that they hope that accessibility to ways to support local organizations will encourage those who might not otherwise contribute to local nonprofits to take those first steps in supporting their community.
Any gift, big or small, really helps these nonprofits reach their goal. But if you're not in a position to give, if you would be willing to share it out to your networks, your friends and family to help raise awareness of these nonprofits, that really helps too.
The catalog is available on the Mankato Area Foundation's website until August 8th. The Great Minnesota Get-Together is right around the corner and organizers are ready to hire ahead of opening day. The state fair hires approximately 3,000 people to work in various departments throughout the park. Jobs are open to anyone age 16 or older with shifts ranging from 6 to 12 hours a day. Job seekers are encouraged to visit the employment center across from the street from Fairgrounds. Applicants can also attend a job fair a week from Wednesday, July 23rd from 4 to 7 p.m. at the North End Event Center on the Fairgrounds. For more information on state fair jobs and volunteer opportunities, check out this story on our website. Switching gears and joining me at the desk is Caitlin Lohr. Caitlin, it's going to be a gross, hot, humid, all the bad words you can say for this Tuesday, but the good news is there's a cold front, emphasis on that coming up here.
Yeah, and that's going to take away the hot conditions, bring in some cooler, more comfortable temperatures, and take away that humidity that we all
big one.
Don't really care for this time of year. And what it also could bring, though, is a chance of strong to severe storms. It is a low chance, but it's still there. And However, the good news is we'll be able to be outside tomorrow, after this cold front moves through, and just be able to go, instead of being hit by that breath of hot air from Mother Nature. Now, this is what we're talking about with that severe threat for tonight into tomorrow. Most of southern Minnesota and northwestern Iowa are sitting under that low threat, where the more west and north you head, the more you're going to get into that medium threat. Now, most of the area is really only concerned about damaging winds and large hail possible. However, there is a threat of a tornado or two in portions of northeastern Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin, as well as you can see the little bit of that high risk down in the corner of your screen there. There's a higher tornado potential in that area. And you're probably going, well, why are you talking about that if that has nothing to do with our area? And the fact that I'm talking about that is because it is close enough that storms could develop and become tornadic and move into the area and either keep that tornado and or produce a new tornado. It is a very low, very, very low threat, so that's why our main concerns remain with damaging winds and large hail possible, but we will not rule out the possibility of a tornado or two in the area just because we are close enough to those higher tornado risked areas. Now, as we take a look at the futurecast, you'll be able to enjoy the day today before those showers and thunderstorms move in. Now, if you're out to the west and north of us between Redwood Falls and Marshall, we're looking at showers and thunderstorms developing around 4 o'clock this afternoon, becoming scattered across south central Minnesota through the Twin Cities through the afternoon hours. This evening and tonight, showers and thunderstorms are going to start developing here in far southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, continuing into the overnight hours and through tomorrow morning. Now, as Jackson teased, it's going to be hot and humid today. We're looking at a high of 89 degrees, but with that humidity, it's going to feel more like the mid-90s across the area. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms with a low of 67 degrees by tomorrow morning. You're going to want to have those umbrellas ready to go as you head out the door for wherever it is you may be headed tomorrow, for the fact that we are looking at morning showers and thunderstorms across the area that will fizzle out through the mid to late afternoon hours, anytime between 3 and 4 o'clock. Now, most of that will fizzle out. We'll be left with cloudy skies and a little bit of lingering moisture that could lead to some isolated rain chances here and there through the remainder of the evening hours into tomorrow night. But all of that should fizzle out, including that cloud coverage, as we go into the later hours of Thursday morning. Now, some of this is going to bring in some heavy rain to the area. On average, we're looking at about a half an inch up to an inch possible, but you can see pockets of higher rain totals closer to 1.5 inches possible to the north of us, and pockets of less rain totals about 1/4 of an inch for areas to the south of us. So on average, I'll reiterate, half an inch to an inch possible. Some areas may see closer to 1.5 inches, while some areas may only see 1/4 of an inch. Here's a look at your extended forecast, showing that once this cold front moves through, we'll be left with those scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, but cooler temperatures that'll stick around through the upcoming weekend. We have a chance of storms on Saturday and again next Monday as temperatures warm back up to the seasonal side in the low to mid 80s.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Caitlin. That's going to do it for us here today. Thanks for watching this KUIC News Now to Go update. Stay with KUIC News Now for the latest local news, weather, and sports on our website.
And download the free KUIC News and weather apps for the latest headlines and forecast.